Hello, everyone. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever you're watching from at this point in time. I welcome you very warmly to this live broadcast. This is broadcast number 214, episode number 214. And as usual, I have a very exciting topic to share with us. Okay, I titled it Marinating Expels Fear and Builds Self-Confidence. Marinating expels fear and builds self-confidence. Okay, over time within TBC community, we have had the issue of fear, lack of self-confidence, and all that. And various opinions, came up to say that that's what has been keeping people away from recruiting, because they lack self-confidence. Either because they don't have information, they don't have genuine and authentic information about what goes on within TBC community, or they are not studying the blog. And that's what has brought about the lack of information. Because definitely when you don't have genuine information, when you are not informed about anything at all for that matter, when you are not informed about any subject, be it in business circle or anywhere at all, if you are not informed, then there's no way you will have that self-confidence to talk about whatever it is. And that is the truth. And from inception, admin had advised everyone within TBC community. And that's why it is part of TBC system. Study the blog daily. As TBCians, we are to study the blog daily. And true, if you study the blog daily, there is no way you will not have information. There is no way you will not build up your knowledge of the activities within TBC community. There is no way you will be afraid when certain questions come up about TBC. There's no way you will be able to defend TBC community. It's not possible. You can't give what you don't have. And that is the truth. So, but I mean, if you study the blog daily, okay, you update your knowledge. You obtain knowledge in the first place, and then on daily basis, you update your knowledge about TBC activities. And then that builds confidence, that builds passion, okay, about what TBC stands for. So that's the truth. So if we have been sleeping, I'm addressing the entire TBC community all over the globe. So if you have not been studying the blog, then you are out of alignment. If you have not been studying the blog daily, you are out of alignment within TBC community. And that explains why that, fear will always come in. when discussion is being made, or even when trolls arise against activities within TBC community. What are you going to be saying when you do not know what to say? So if you're a TBCian, arise today. The blog is available to everyone. Visit the blog on daily basis, study it. Start from even from day one, from when TBC was launched in 2016. Start from there and study every blog post. Attend trainings. Watch broadcasters' videos. Those are the various sources from where you can learn and develop yourself, develop your knowledge, build up your knowledge about TBC, what it is not, and your role within the TBC community. No one who wants to be successful within TBC community will lose attention about TBC activities. It will be impossible for you to genuinely make it within TBC community. All right, so having said this as an intro, I just want to give us a bit of background. I will share my screen so I can, I want to read to us what TBC admin, this post was was in January this year. Okay, it was discussed in one of the send button meetings. But of course, if you are not a verified member of TBC community, there's no way you can have your send button on. Okay, it's until you have updated your profile in KCBO and paid your admin fee. Then your send button will be turned on. Then you will be eligible to attend the send button meetings, which holds every Mondays. Okay? So if you haven't done that, then your send button won't be turned on. And as such, you won't be able to join in the send button meetings. And not just that you will not be eligible to join, but you are not allowed to share the link of the send button meeting with anyone else. Okay, admin views that very, very seriously, and will attract severe punishment, okay, for anyone that indulges in that. I'm just trying to I want to read it from a point. Okay. So let me just share my screen now and read to us this blog post that happened in January this year. All right. right, here we are. I just want to read from this point. Uh, well, let me zoom it a bit so it will be a bit more legible. Okay, I read. I just want to start it from a point where I want to bring out what I'm sharing with us, okay? Which is part of a same button meeting of that time. So I read. I didn't want to offend our vegan friends, such as Bitcoin Randy, with an image of meat. So instead, I found an image of vegetables being marinated instead. The idea of marinating is powerful. Recently, I watched an hour-long video rant of a creator of a third-party TBC program. Go on about how the TBC admin should turn off all of the send buttons of the members that are not doing frequent transactions. Also said that it was useless to attend send button meetings to get more cookies if the member wasn't actively engaged in doing transactions on a regular basis. Even went as far as to say the TBC admin should just turn TBC over to him. Should I be offended as a TBC admin? TBC was not made for the greedy. Okay, so here is a poster that says TBC is not a currency with a mission. It is a mission with a currency. Okay, so this poster says what TBC represents. Okay, it is not a currency with a mission. It is a mission with a currency. Okay, let me read on. The first sentence of the original mission statement, dated May 13th, 2016, reads, "Our mission is to serve one another with love and respect and use the billion coin to lift humanity out of hunger, poverty, and misery." Love and respect is what we're all about, not greed. Someday soon, I will release my official proclamation to the world. In it, it makes the point that there needs to be the separation of coin and state. Much like some countries have a separation of church and state, and for many of the exact same reasons. Well, okay, there is this poster here that's the topic, the title is Common Sense. Common Sense. CENTS. And it says, have you noticed the whole world is rethinking the nature of medium of exchange. have you noticed the whole world is rethinking the nature of medium of exchange? And below it, it says, what type of medium of exchange do you want? What type? Okay, and there are two sides, okay? The blue side and the brown side. Okay, so on the blue side, so which side are you? Which side of these two medium or these two media will you prefer? Okay, the first one says, is it the medium of exchange created by banks and controlled by governments, or medium of exchange of the people and managed by a trustworthy community of people? You make your decision. The next one says, is it the medium of exchange designed to enslave humanity, or the one designed to free humanity? Which one will you prefer? The next one says, thousands of years of proof that corruption takes over its use. And the other one says, it inhibits corruption. So which of the exchanges? Is it the one that enthrones and encourages corruption, or the one that inhibits corruption? All right. So the next question says, is it the one built on the principle of scarcity, or the one built on the principle of abundance? Is it the one that lacks transparency, or the one that is very transparent? Is it the one whose source of perpetual poverty, the one that breeds perpetual poverty of the masses, or the one that will end global poverty? Or the one that enables rule by force? Or is it the one not used as a form of rule? Or is it the one very expensive, or the one very economical? The one that has tendency towards slow-moving circulation, or the one that promotes fast-moving circulation? Is it the one whose systems are too complicated for average people to understand, or the one whose system is so simple for average people to understand? Okay, so you make your choice. You know, there are two sides of a coin here. So which side would you prefer? I'm sure you will prefer, you know, the brown color side, coin side. That's one, you know, I'm sure you will prefer, because that's the one I prefer. And this next poster here says, scarcity is artificial. Come live a life of abundance. Okay, it's a video, and there's an article to it too. Let me see if I can show us this. Okay, looks as if, okay, let me continue. Doesn't appear to be coming on. So I'll continue to read. Just be attentive. The real message of TBC doesn't always make it through the thick brainwashing most people in the world are under today. almost everyone in the world is brainwashed to believe a certain way due to the propaganda of the ruling elite. They love it when the masses are filled with greed and fear. I've always said TBC is activism, a peaceful protest to change the world for the betterment of humanity, to embrace the truth about the abundance of earth and that humanity can overcome poverty. TBC is not just an idea of how to end poverty. It is the means to end poverty globally. TBC is self-funded movement. There are 3 phases to every successful movement. I too, like Martin Luther King Jr., have studied the works of Mahatma Gandhi concerning the development of a successful movement. The 3 phases to every successful movement are: 1, gather; 2, organize; 3, mobilize. These phases overlap each other in the process of building a movement. We have made gathering extremely easy by offering a valuable gift valued over 1 ounce of gold. We encourage self-appointed leadership to emerge from those that gather. And through our education and public notices, we show these leaders how to organize teams of members. Cookie rewards drives the desired action we want the whole TBC community to mobilize around. Doing transactions is only one way. It's only one of the things we want our members to do. It is very short-sighted to say that we are only about the transaction. We are so much more than that. But here is the thing we have to deal with when it comes to people, especially poor people. Most people lack self-confidence. The elite would not have been this successful in beating down the masses to where they are today if they didn't strip most of the self-confidence out of humanity at large. The world is full of pretenders that want you to believe that they do have self-confidence. But it is just a mask for this. There is a self-confidence crisis in the world today. How do I know that? I know because I've been there. There is a spectrum or rainbow of colors showing the degrees of self-confidence. I can easily recognize it in others, what I once found within myself. I started at the very bottom, way below average. As a child, I wonder if my father was disgusted with me. He would constantly ask me if I wanted him to throw me a pity party. He would say, "Do you want a pity party?" That question didn't exactly help me to gain more self-confidence. I just thought my dad was mean. Within my elementary education, we learned about self-worth and about self-image. That's when I discovered my great weakness. It held me back in so many ways, and I just felt foolish most of the time. But I did come to the realization that I possess the power to overcome this weakness. that I could turn this weakness into my strength once I overcame it. It took decades to arrive at a healthy state of self-confidence. Overcompensation into arrogance was part of this cycle I had to go through to see that only through genuine humility can one arrive at a true healthy self-confidence. So I will dedicate my 2019 articles to the subject of self-confidence, to pass along the treasures of knowledge I have learned on this subject. I've been through it all. Having started at the very bottom, way below average. To be an effective millionaire or billionaire, you will need to gain a healthy state of self-confidence. You will have to deal with your inner truths. Masks will have to come off. Who has a better offer than TBC? We offer a gift to 1 billion people valued at over 1 ounce of gold. Who can match that or do better? To a person that has self-confidence, this gift is the easiest thing in the world to give away. But to a person lacking self-confidence, it seems so hard to give this gift because they are afraid. Afraid people might think they are trying to scam them with this gift. Lots of laugh. How can a gift be a scam? But it is all about fear. We have scripted out every word on how to give this gift away. But even still, those that lack self-confidence are afraid that they won't know what to say when a prospect asks a question. They overthink everything and end up in the state of paralysis of analysis. You can't make these people do anything. Turning off their send buttons will just make it worse. We don't want to limit the people we gather to either do transactions or get out. We want to provide a warm and nurturing environment that builds up the needed confidence to succeed at doing transactions. We are here to help those that are willing to help themselves. We offer a path. We have guides to help you on this path. You are welcome to marinate within the TBC community as long as it takes to find enough self-confidence to move you forward. Don't marinate in the poison surrounding the TBC community. Stay away from the negativity and scams found on social media, which pervert what TBC really is. Opinions are common, but most are not true. Instead, stick to the source. This blog, the official websites of TBC, and the send button meetings. Connect with a good TBC leader that will understand your need to just marinate for a while until you are ready to start prospecting for TBC. At the same time, don't pester this leader with endless questions. If you are not going to take action yet, at the same time, don't pester this leader with endless questions if you are not going to take action yet. Marinate means to sit still and soak up all the juices you can from the source of TBC. At some point, you will feel a desire to make a change within yourself to further your personal situation within TBC. Don't beg. Nobody likes a beggar. We do provide you the tools and training on how to lift yourself up. Marinate in all the wonderful things found within the TBC community until you find the courage to try. You are in charge of your speed of growth, development, and success within TBC. Through mutual love and respect, we can work together to bring out the best in you. Okay, so this is the end of that beautiful article from admin, TBC admin. Okay, so there's a poster here that says, "United we stand, divided we fall." Okay, and that immediately tells me that we need to speak with one voice. Okay, all hands must be on deck. We must all put our hands to ensure that we make TBC successful and make a success of TBC for ourselves and families. Okay? And there's also the second poster here that says, all we have to do is stand up. All right? And their little game is over. Okay? You can see all the elites here, who are actually brainwashing, the entire humanity to think that scarcity, is real. Scarcity is not real. It's illusory. It's a mirage. Okay? We need to understand these things. When we follow the truth that TBC has brought about to give courage. Let me stop sharing so I can begin to round up. The truth about TBC is it is here for the sole purpose to eliminate global poverty. The wealth on earth is enough to make everyone prosperous, wealthy. Okay? But we are being brainwashed. A lot of people have been brainwashed by the elites that scarcity is real. Because we are 1% of the entire world population are controlling 99% of the entire humanity. That has to change. And that's why TBC is here. Okay? The seed, the gift, the digital gift that is being distributed as I speak is the seed being sown in the lives of everyone that accepts that gift all over the globe. And that gift, if properly nurtured, translates over time into financial abundance and prosperity, into financial emancipation, financial freedom. That's what it translates to when it is properly nurtured. And like that article says, I do not know how anyone can be scammed with a gift. Register and collect the gift. Register every member of your family so that they can also collect the gift. Register everyone you know within TBC community so that they too can collect the gift. And this gift is the beginning of your financial freedom. How can it be a scam? Just that some people are determined to ensure that people remain in perpetual poverty. That's why they don't want others to take the pathway to emancipate themselves from poverty. That's the only reason. Otherwise, people should be encouraged to collect the gift and do the necessary things in order for that seed to turn into an oak tree. Because that's exactly what it is. Let the truth be said, and that is what you're hearing. And so I want to encourage everyone under the sound of my voice. This is our distribution phase where we are distributing this digital gift to the entire humanity, those that decide to accept it. No one is being forced, but the truth will be told as to the objective, the goal of TBC, of the gifts that you are distributing. If it makes sense to you, you accept the offer and you're on your way to your financial independence, to your financial freedom, to your financial emancipation. The choice is yours. And so I've got to end it here. I thank you so very much, as many as are watching all over the globe. And I invite you to join me every single day because I do this live broadcast every single day to share this information, because all we do is to share love. Okay? We share these gifts through love and respect to the entire humanity. And so, the last thing I want to say is that if you are watching me live, or for those that will watch this video later on, at any point in time, and you have questions or clarifications that you want made, get in touch with me as quickly as possible. Okay, how do you get in touch with me? After this broadcast, after this live broadcast, go below my video. You will see the description section. Look out for the description section under the video. Okay? That section of description there contains all my contacts. Okay? So get in touch with me in any way that you want. And one promise I will make and I will keep on making is that I offer to help you if you are teachable, if you want to learn, if you want to know much more about TBC and its activities. I will teach you, I will coach you, I will mentor you so that you will be versatile and be able to come up on the same page with every member of TBC that is serious. Okay? And it is free of charge. Okay? That's some of the sacrifices that we make in order to ensure that everyone benefits from this global phenomenon called TBC. Thank you so much as I draw the curtain here. Bye now, and God bless you.